Hello everyone. We're going to start this lecture with a very interesting example. Namely, if I have a group G and in this group, if for all elements this condition is satisfied, that is x star x should give me identity, then we would like to prove that this group has to be abelian. Notice that if x star x is E, then this means that this element is inverse of this. So in other words, this problem can also be stated as, in this group every element is equal to its own inverse. So if I have a group where every element is equal to its own inverse, then we would like to prove that the group is abelian. Note that it's already given that it's a group. So the only property that I wish to prove is the commutative property. That means for all elements A and B of the group, I would like to prove that A star B is the same as B star A. So let us start with any two elements of G. Let A and B be any two elements of G. Remember, in this group, every element satisfies this equation. Element combined with itself gives me identity. So since both A and B are elements of G, it will mean that A combined with A will give me identity, and likewise B combined with B is going to give me identity. So because G is a group and in this group all elements satisfy this equation, in particular A and B also will satisfy this equation. Further, since A and B belong to G and star is a binary operation, A star B should also be an element of G, and therefore this equation must be satisfied by this element also. That means this element combined with itself should give me identity. And now it's just a question of some clever arrangement of the terms to get to the result. Since I have associative property, ultimately by a lot of simplification on the left hand side, I can do away with the brackets, and on the right hand side I can write E star E, because identity combined with any element will give me that element. Now it's a matter of a clever substitution on the right hand side. For the first E, I will use equation 1, and for the second E, I will use equation 2. So for in place of this E, I am going to write A star A. I should actually be putting the brackets, but as I told you, because it's associative, ultimately you can get rid of the brackets. And for this E, I will use equation 2. So I'll get B star B. And now in this equation, use the left cancellation law. Remember, it's a group, so you have cancellation laws. So by left cancellation law, this will go. By right cancellation law, this will go. And this will mean that B star A is the same as A star B. And this is true for all elements A and B in G. That means the commutative property is satisfied in this group. Next, we are going to look at yet another interesting property of a group. So let's look at the next problem now. I have a set G and a binary operation star on this set, which is given to be associative, and there exists a left identity in G. Left identity means identity combined with any element from the left will give you the same element, and for every element there is a left inverse, means if you keep the inverse on the left, inverse into A will give us identity. We wish to prove that if these properties are satisfied, then G has to be a group. Remember what are the properties that need to be satisfied for G to be a group? Firstly, star should be a binary operation on G. It is given to be a binary operation. It should also be associative. That also is given to us. Then there has to be an identity in the group. Now, identity is something which serves both as left identity as well as right identity. But in this problem, it is given that it is only a left identity. So we have yet to show that it also becomes right identity, then I'll be in a position to call this element as identity. Also, if I can somehow prove that this element also becomes right inverse of A, then every element then I can call it as inverse of A, and every element will have an inverse, and hence G will be a group. So it is falling short of only two properties that way. This must also become identity from the right, and this must also become inverse of A from the right side. So though I need to prove these two properties, it will be much easier if I first prove the left cancellation law. So I will begin by first establishing the left cancellation law. So let us take any three elements in G for which A star B is equal to A star C. If I can somehow prove that B is the same as C, in other words, if I succeed in getting rid of this A from the left, it will mean that left cancellation law works in this set with respect to the given operation. Now, remember, every element has a left inverse. In this set, every element has a left inverse. So, in particular, A will also have a left inverse. So, let us pre-multiply both sides by A inverse. So, I will get A inverse star A star B equal to A inverse star A star C, and now use associative property and shift brackets. So we will get A inverse star A star B equal to A inverse star A star C, which means, and A inverse star A is E. So E star B is equal to E star C, but E is left identity. So E star B will be B, E star C will be C. So if A star B is equal to A star C, then definitely B is equal to C, which means left cancellation law holds. So in this set, now we are free to use left cancellation law. And using this property, next I am going to prove that the same element E, which happens to be left identity, also becomes my right identity. In other words, I will have to prove that A star E is equal to A for all A in G. So if I can also prove that the equation works when the identity is to the right, then we'll be in a position to say that E is identity because it is working from both sides. So let us take any element A in G. I know that there exists A inverse in G for which A inverse star A is E. Now let's look at the expression A inverse star A star E. I wish to prove that this element is equal to A. So let's now use the associative property shift brackets. So I will get A inverse star A star E, but this is left inverse of A. So this will be E star E, and E is left identity. So this into E will give me E, and therefore I get A inverse star A star E equal to E, but in place of this E, I can also write A inverse star A. So I'll get A inverse star A. And now remember, we have already established the left cancellation law. So if I get rid of this term A inverse from both sides, which happens to be to the left, I will get A star E equal to A. And this is true for all elements A in G, which means E becomes my right identity also, and therefore E is my left identity as well as my right identity, which means E has now become my right identity also. Next, we will prove that this element A inverse, which I have written over here, also is right inverse of A. So now the only property that remains to be established is that this element is right inverse of A. So once again, Let me start with an element A in G. I know that there exists an element in G which is left inverse of this. So such that A inverse star A is equal to E. Now this time I wish to prove that A star A inverse also gives me E. So this is my final aim. Now let's see how exactly we get over there. So look at the element A inverse star A inverse. Let's once again use the associative property to shift brackets. So this will be A inverse star A inverse, and A inverse star A is E. So this will be E star A inverse. Now E is identity. So when I simplify this, this will be A inverse. But remember, A inverse can always be written as A inverse star E, because we have already established in the previous part that E is identity from left as well as right. So now look at the equation that we have managed to prove. And remember, we have already proved left cancellation law. So I will get A star A inverse is equal to E for all A in G. That means the same element which serves as left inverse of A also serves as right inverse of A. So it works from both sides, and therefore this element A inverse becomes inverse of A. And hence every element in G has an inverse, and therefore it is a group. So you will notice that even if you take these weaker conditions, still you get a group. That means if you have identity from only left and inverse of every element, if every element has a left inverse, even then it will become a group. But the key thing over here is to remember that it is left identity, left inverse for every element. Likewise, it will be a good exercise to prove that if we have right identity and right inverse for every element, then still it becomes a group. So you must have left and left in both these conditions, or right and right in both these conditions. Right. A good question to ask here is, what if there was left in one condition and right in one condition? Would it still be a group? So let's look at this problem on R star, that is the set of non-zero real numbers. An operation is defined by A star B is modulus of the first element multiplied by the second. We have to prove that star gives an associative binary operation on R star. Now this is an easy exercise, so I leave this exercise to you all. If you want, you can pause the video and attempt it, or this is almost the end of the lecture, so you can wait and then do it after the lecture. Now we also have to prove that there is a left identity for star. I will quickly prove this. Look at the element 1. 1 lies in R star, and let's combine 1 with any other element of the group. By definition, this is modulus of 1 into B, which will be the same as B. So this element 1 is my left identity. Similarly, for every element A in R star, because A is not 0, modulus of A also cannot be 0. So if you look at 1 upon modulus of A, that is defined, and it is a non-zero real number. Now if you look at A star, this element, then I will get modulus of the first number multiplied by the second number. I get 1, which is my left identity. So here every element has a right inverse. So I have a mixed combination of left and right, left identity and right inverse. Now the question is, does this become a group? And the answer is no, because look at 2 star 3. 2 star 3 is modulus of 2 into 3, which is 6, and minus 2 star 3 is also modulus of minus 2 into 3, which is also equal to 6. So 2 star 3 is the same as minus 2 star 3. However, if I cut this 3 from both sides, I'll get 2 equal to minus 2, which is not possible. So this tells me that right cancellation laws do not work. And if it has to be a group, both left as well as right cancellations just have to work. So if right cancellation law does not work, it means that this is a group. So that will be all for now. Thank you.